Hi everybody, Jim here, and today we are installing and reviewing this Keen EZVIZ DVR. And I'm going to put the model number in the description of the video. I can't think of it right now, but it's pretty neat. Normally I use Night Owl, but my colleague and friend down the street bought this one before he knew the brand that I liked. But we're going to find out today if it's any good. Let me get on with the installation and then the review. What I like to do when I'm installing these surveillance systems, the analog ones anyway, is use Cat5 with these Keen baluns instead of pulling through the wires that come with the camera. Cat5, it's so slim and thin, and you can coax it in different places where the other wires cannot go. And that really helped me out today. So what I've done is I've cut off the end of the Cat5 wire that I used to pull the wire in through the attic, through the soffit up into the attic, and then down into this wall, and then strip back a 1/4 inch of the wire. And now I am going to screw on this balun. Let me go grab my screwdriver. So these guys, they come torqued shut pretty tightly, so you have to back off the screw just a little. Then, what I like to use is use the colored wire in the positive side, and then the white wire with the stripe on the negative. Now granted, it's not negative or positive per se, it's actually signaling going on this wire. So it's really more effectively tip and ring, I'm guessing. But I've had really good success. And it goes in very tight and makes a great signal. And then you have this connector on. So I'm going to connect on one more of these, and then I'm going to connect a power connector. And that'll be that. I'll be right back. And there it is. I've got two baluns. One on the blue wire, on the blue pair, one on the orange pair, and then a female connector on the brown pair. A female 12 volt. And you'll notice the DVRs, they typically come with this octopus cable that allows you to hook a bunch of 12 volt devices into one power adapter, and this fits in just like so, and then you're good to go. So now I'm going to hot up the cameras, or that is, I'm going to put baluns at the other end of this wire under the soffit of my friend's house. So out here I've coaxed on two connectors. One is a male barrel connector for 12 volts. It goes right into this camera connector and provides 12 volts of electricity. And then, since I twisted it and came back out, it goes up into the soffit and then over to this other hole that I'm going to put connectors on now. So if you stick around, you get to see that. And then I'll put the cameras up and show you how that works. Alright, so at this point I have connected up these Keen connectors, and I've got a power and another BNC. So the power is on brown again, and in this case the BNC is on orange. So now I'm just going to bung these wires up into the hole. Sorry if it's some blurry. I've got it in macro mode. And it's really nice. The manufacturer has staggered these connectors, so one goes in first. I'll often have to do a little bit of coaxing, but they'll go in. So now that I've bunged it into the hole, bunged all the connectors, the wires are here, all I have to do is screw this in place. I'm not going to make you watch me do that, but then I bend it up, angle it at the direction that we want it to go. So I'll be right back. That's it. It is in place. I've got it aimed down that way, so it'll look about like that, give or take. And then I'll go and put this one up. And here's a quick, gratuitous view of my friend's backyard. Nice. And there it is, both cameras installed easy peasy. And this one aims way out at the water, it covers the neighbor's boat dock and my friend's boat dock. Fun stuff. Let's go inside and hot up the DVR. So my friend and I, we cooked the cameras into place, and for testing purposes, and I'll explain why we tested, we connected up two cameras with the cables that come from the manufacturer, and they look great. But the ones that I just set up with those baluns has this rainbow candy stripe dancing across it. In addition to that, there's ghosting, such that you see the image from one camera on a ghosted image of it on the other camera. And what we figured out is that it's crosstalk. We actually disconnected one of these cameras and the image cleared right up. So what we're going to do is use the cable that we just pulled through there as a pull string for the two cords that come from the manufacturer, and then we'll be back. And then we'll start doing the review on the DVR. So the cameras are installed, and we used the Keen black cables from the manufacturer, and video quality jumped up immensely. So it's pretty good. You can see my friend Paul there. Oh, I don't know. Oh, the camera flipped upside. I don't know what that was about. The camera flipped upside down. Not my camera, the one I'm holding, but the camera on the screen flipped upside down for just a second. That was very strange. I'm gonna have to look at that in a minute. But the video quality is pretty good. Let me give you a close-up. Oh, it does this thing where it rotates without being told. So that's the tire on my pick-em-up truck. There's the instructions on the side of the water heater, about 10 feet from the camera. There's the waterfront. Let me show you the playback. Let's see. And another thing, this thing it's sending a video signal to the TV. Oh, let me get my friend to log in. I'll be right back. Before my friend logs us in and we get any farther, I wanted to come back to this issue with the DVR broadcasting a signal that goes to the 1080p television over HDMI and cutting off half of the menu bar at the top, and it cuts a little bit off of each side and the bottom too. It was kind of a weird thing. It took me a while to figure out how to get into the menu system, but it doesn't really affect the operation, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Alright, so I got my friend to log in, and now I'm going to hit play to show you what this looks like. Just let's see, I think it's actually playing right now. So if I add these other cameras, there we go. Okay, that's the nighttime vision, which is pretty good. I'm impressed. Let me fast forward. See where we got some video. There we go. So the streaming video, while you're watching it on your TV, seems a little snowy. A little bit of noise coming from the cameras, but the recorded quality is better. I don't know if the compression is correcting some of that noise, but I'm just showing it to you here. And I will zoom in. There's the tire on my truck. It's the same quality. Not the same quality as my friend's tire, but it's the same video quality as the live streaming. So there's not much difference between the live and the streamed or recorded. Overall, it's pretty good. We haven't figured out how to make the thing do alerts on your phone when there's motion, but we did figure out how to set it up for motion detection. And the camera quality is decent. I'm going to stick with Night Owl, not only because the camera quality is a little bit better, but because I can hook those baluns onto Cat 5 and get a decent video signal. I'll include a little bit of video from the Night Owl system that I use to give you an idea of what that looks like. Alright, look forward to that. While I was installing this video surveillance system for my friend Paul, and to be honest, he did most of the work, I intimated that there would be some beer later on. Well, he came back and he brought me enough beer to drown in. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you, man. This is my night owl system, and I'm just showing it for comparison. It's on a silly old computer monitor, and up here in the cabinet that I've not neatened up yet, you can see I've got it running on Cat 5 with these baluns. And it's the same Cat 5 wire that I used at my friend's house for the EZVIZ, but as you can see, there's no candy striping, and the video quality is top notch. You can see that. Let's see if I can zoom in. There's a little toy on the dashboard, and there's a dash cam. You can really make out the detail. And there goes the fire truck. Yay! Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Well, here's the rest of the yard. I only have 4 cameras set up out of the 8 that it comes with. Let me show you a little more. Oops. There's the side yard. And the quality's really good. There's no noise. There's no candy stripes. There's no ghosting. It's just a different signaling system, I guess. It seems like it would be a ratified standard, but I don't know that it is. But I'm going to stick with Night Owl. I'll probably start moving away from using these baluns because there's always some incompatibility, a chance for incompatibility in the future. But you know, for now they're working great. I'm really pleased. So I wanted to show one more thing. This is the playback, and there you can see Big Jim wandering around in the yard because he ain't right. He's going to do something with the cord, and I can show you how you can zoom in with these night owls. So I don't know that the EZVIZ has this, and you can really get a feel for how high this quality is on these cameras. The EZVIZ, it's not quite as good as the Night Owl, I think, and if you're paying about the same price, then I would certainly go with Night Owl. It just seems to me to be a better product. And that's going to conclude this review. Thanks so much for watching. I certainly hope you enjoyed the show and learned a little bit. Thanks again for watching.